While many of our black bears in Grand Teton and Yellowstone National Park have gone in for hibernation for the winter, quite a few grizzlies are out and about in their final stages of hyperphagia and stuffing their faces 24 hours a day in preparation for that hibernation. I wanted to give you an update on a few of these bears. A big favorite in Grand Teton National Park, bear number 793, oftentimes known as Blondie, was spotted in northern Grand Teton National Park. And sadly, she did not have her cub of the year that we had seen her with this spring with her. Now, cubs do face an annual mortality of about 50% before the age of 2, so it's not necessarily surprising that Blondie here might have lost her cub, but it is too bad in that Blondie tends to have poor success rates with rearing cubs, and the vast majority of her cubs have been lost before the age of 2. The good news is she's a pretty middle-aged bear. She's got a lot of cub rearing years ahead of her, and we look forward to seeing her in the future. We oftentimes see Blondie in the spring, but to see her in the fall like this is a real treat. So a big thanks to our naturalist, Matty. Now, I know a lot of you guys are wanting an update on grizzly bear 399, who most commonly is seen in Grand Teton National Park. Those of you guys who follow our broadcast every week will know that she went for a little bit of a walkabout for the last couple of weeks. She ended up traveling quite a ways south of her normal territory. Now, 399's normal home range is in northern Grand Teton National Park, just below Yellowstone National Park. She ended up taking a walk along the west bank of the Snake River, almost to the end of the Jackson Hole Valley. Then she took a turn and was sort of hanging out in southern Jackson Hole for about a week. And the good news is that she's taken a turn. She's heading back up and has made it back into Grand Teton National Park. Now, her migration to the south was certainly not ideal because she's now taught these cubs that moving into human use areas full of traffic and cars is a good idea when food becomes scarce in the fall. And all 4 of these quadruplets, should they make it to adulthood, are now going to remember and may use those ideas in the future if they need to find food. But the good news is all is well. 399 and the cubs are safe in Grand Teton. They're all doing just fine. And I know there was a lot of concern about them being in the south. So I wanted to reassure everybody that all is well there. All 4 cubs look really good. 399 looks good. And we anticipate in the coming weeks that she will head to her hibernatory den. So a very impressive thanks to our naturalist, Matty, who actually took this video through his binoculars. I challenge you to try that. It's nearly impossible to do. So thanks very much to Matty for that great update on everybody's favorite bear. So still some good bear watching out there in Grand Teton National Park, and we'll continue to update you as these bears move around this fall.